you've told me all the answers to the questions we would normally ask, like what age, how long have you been skateboarding and everything. First of all, this is the sort of board I'd recommend for somebody learning. It has a polypropane deck, which is a sort of plastic, small little kicktail, ideal for a youngster. Die-cast metal truck, and it's got reasonable turning on it, and a urethane wheel with cage bearings. It's a good board at that price for a youngster.
The price is how much?
$11.50.
$11.50.
Going up to the top sort of range, you're talking about spending money.
But by spending money, how much?
This one is £58.
A lot of money. Do kids buy them?
Yeah, and in fact, we've had kids in here spending up to £78 on a board. But the difference between this and a polypropane deck with the cheaper boards is the same as the difference between a Rolls Royce and a Mini. This is a bow rider, a G&S bow rider from America. What we do is we offer the kids any sort of trucks, this part here, they want to put on there, different sorts of wheels, so they can sort of build up the board they really want to and can use it the way they want to as well.
Now then, obviously you're concerned about the safety aspect of skateboarding. The gloves, for instance. How important are gloves?
Gloves are most probably one of the first most important features of the safety aspect of the sport, because when a kid falls, it's always hands go down. And as you can see on these Rector gloves, they have a palm pad, which is going to stop him grazing all the bottoms of his hands. And also these are used in skateboard parks for various tricks.
Well, I've heard of skateboarders falling backwards off the skateboard and hitting their heads. So I'm sure that you're very concerned with safety, and helmets vital?
Very important indeed.
What's this made of?
This is, well, it's a hardened plastic with a foam inner. It's very light, so it's not uncomfortable on your head, but if you take a knock, it will protect you.
You've also got pads here.
Yeah, these are arm pads and knee pads, because you're always going down on your elbows and your knees.
Are they manufactured in this country, or do you have to import them?
No, a lot are brought over from Canada. In fact, it's all pinched off the ice hockey game. We do advise the kids to be careful where they're skateboarding. It's no good skateboarding down a big hill with a main road at the bottom. We at the moment, we have approached 3 borough councils, including the Cardiff Council, Newport and the Ogwyr Borough Council, on building skateboard parks. Swansea as well, we've had a very good response from, and we hope to get something organised for next year, the beginning of next year, for the kids.
So you hope to have something in Cardiff then? In
Cardiff, yeah, and obviously promote the sport with big competitions and everything. We've just signed up our own professional for the shop to sort of put it on a professional basis, because it is a sport as opposed to just a plaything.
And he can actually demonstrate it here in the shop?
Yeah, if somebody, well, he likes demonstrating anyway and spends most of his time doing that. But if anybody wants to know, and the kids get a better idea when they see somebody that good, what can be done on a skateboard.
So on the shop floor, professional Paul Roberts from Southern Down shows what can be achieved in an area measuring only 5 yards by 3. Hang 10 nose wheelies, 1 foot 360s, kickflips. These are the technical terms for the movement that youngsters everywhere are now mastering. In a larger area, as in the Dutch barn of Llanrhymni High School, the scope is unlimited for Paul and other skateboarding enthusiasts. The sport, if practiced correctly, offers excitement, thrills and a challenge. And, so I'm told, it sets the adrenaline going. It gives the kids a rush, as they say in the sport.